So we're here at the Vanbuild, and we found this cool short bus and even cooler people inside. Here we go. We're here with Eric and Robbyn, and they have this mini shuttle bus. Tell us a little bit about your bus.
Okay, well it is, it's a 2005 Ford E350 Super Duty diesel, the 6-liter diesel, and it's we picked it up in the Chicago area for $3,000 with
Wow.
118,000 miles on it, and gutted it and completely redid the interior. We have a lot of work to do on the exterior still, but we're
we call it a little serial killer looking on the outside. We've lost a fender over here, and we
blown out some tires and some fun stuff, but
a few mishaps, but
a lot of nice
so
work
far
on
it's been really fun.
Interior.
Were you able to save the fender at least?
No.
Okay. So you have to build a new one. That's fine.
It disintegrated.
Yeah,
we're gonna do probably.
We'll
Like
get one from a junkyard or something.
Well, we're gonna do a whole exterior thing with the. We have plans for the
Like
outside.
the aluminum,
add more storage and stuff.
Yeah,
underneath,
aluminum
so.
diamond metal. We're gonna make.
Okay.
Have them made for it.
Yeah.
Some boxes
Do
and stuff.
something like that.
How long is the bus?
It's about 20 feet.
Okay.
21-ish, yeah.
That's pretty short, so you can
Yeah.
get into regular parking spaces and things.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
it's nice. We can back in.
Yeah,
so,
this one is the by Starcraft, but it's the Starcraft Star Light, so it's a little bit thinner than a lot of their shuttle buses, and it's a little bit shorter, so it's a kind of a perfect size for us.
Yeah, and I see you have an awning there.
Yeah, we put that on just a few weeks ago actually. Got that through Amazon.
And a roof rack.
Comes out 8. Yeah, and the roof rack is actually the stainless steel tubing that was the dividers between the driver's seat and the back and by where the wheelchair lift used to be.
Oh yeah, I see that kind of.
And those are
all
all the various
plastic.
parts as I was dismantling. I just saved them all and ended up
nice
kind of
way of reusing that material. Very nice.
Yeah, reconfigured it.
Okay, and then over there is another door which used to house a wheelchair lift.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yep.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That
it's
opens it really up.
Yeah, and from the inside you'll see how nice it is to kind of. We aim it towards particularly nice views and enjoy that.
Okay,
Stuff.
but the really nice stuff about this bus is inside. So let's go in and take a look. All right, here we go.
Yeah. So it didn't have a window originally. I bought that for $40 on eBay and installed that, and then all of this is 5/4 cedar that I had from an auction that I did most of the interior trimming with that, our cabinetry, all of those details. Also had some redwood that I reused from another project, but we kind of designed everything around a lot of art that we had collected over the years, and had sort of used that as the basis for a lot of our design.
So yeah, the first thing that strikes me when I walk in is that does not look like a regular bus interior.
Right.
It's the woodworking is really really nice, and that's actually something that you're making yourself a name for it, because you've been working on other people's projects as well to give nice woodworking.
Yeah, a little bit, with the short time with the bus build today. Yeah, the last few weeks I've been doing some of my, using some of those skills, not with quite as nice of materials, but just making things a little more functional for people and doing what we can. Kind of separated out the front from the back with our walls design here, and this is kind of a little bit of a unique design. And rather than using a 2x2 and then putting material on both sides of it, I simply used the tongue and groove material that holds it together, and then used these 3/4 aluminum channels that this fits right into. So that way the walls are actually only that 3/4 of an inch thick.
That is actually a very nice idea.
Yeah, it saves a lot of material and a lot of space.
In space, exactly, because you're not doing the typical framing.
And taking up all that, plus the weight factor as well. With all that, so we added our this little skylight, little opaque skylight that we added for a nice light for kind of in this dark little passage here through between where the bathroom and the closet is, and closet's a bit compacted right now but our we have two 100-watt solar panels also right above here, and so all of our solar is all in the closet back and tucked away here. And
your bathroom?
Yeah, the bathroom's dry bathroom. It's a little bit cluttered at the moment. We have a composting toilet that I made with kind of the sea head design. We put a little mirror in here that's kind of nice to flip out, so with our natural light we can kind of see what we're doing when we're taking care of things in front of the mirror.
I like the ceiling, which looks very warm and yeah.
That was one of our
home.
That's a grass cloth wallpaper that we did
nice.
Yeah, we did a 1/4 inch like plywood luan up on the ceiling after insulation, and then used an adhesive to stick that on there, so it kind of soften everything up and make it a little more warm and comfortable.
It has a really natural kind of vibe to it, and and we liked it. That and the cork floors, we wanted kind of a lighter because we knew the cabinetry with the wood was going to be dark.
Probably also dampens the sound.
Yeah. We didn't really think about it for that, but I think it does.
Yeah, it definitely does. We added the Max fan.
It also reminds me of like a classic boat.
Yeah.
It does have a nautical feel, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yes,
sometimes I've called it our little land yacht.
Okay, well, here are the real stars of the show. You're doing these countertops.
Yep.
Tell me something about that. They look so nice.
Yeah, big walnut, solid 5 or about over 2 inch thick walnut slabs that I had gotten at an auction also many years ago and was dragging around with us forever. And and again, rather than trying to cut them off and make them all square, keep the live edge on there.
Yeah.
And then we did the 2-part epoxy resin on them to really bring out all that color. And
that's amazing. So let's look at this side. Yeah.
I love this little section in particular right in here. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, and I wonder if we can take that.
Yeah. I made these window shades.
Oh yeah.
I kind of created a channel that's not holding up as well as my idea was, but they're basically a corrugated plastic card, and then with Reflectix on the back, and then wallpaper on this side.
Oh, wonderful!
And then the wallpaper is delaminating in a few places, so we have some issues, but
they're functional. I mean, they work. They function okay.
We can close everything up. We can go to different levels. Or take it almost all the way up and close it up quite a bit. So it works out nice.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we need to get one of those hanging baskets. That's missing in our rig.
We found this in a thrift store.
Exactly.
So a couple dollars.
And then I use this every night. So this is
an extension.
Yeah. This was our cutting board at our old house. So Eric had to cut it down a little bit to fit the space, but this is, and then it just has this really wonderful hardware.
We have very little prep space, and you have tons of it.
Yeah, we have both counters.
Yeah, and this is our this side is lower than this side because we use the Camp Chef stove.
No, especially because of the painting. Huh?
And because of the painting.
So you take that out and put it on top.
We set that right up on top.
Or take it outside, or
But again, all of the cabinets are all. This is it's solid cedar.
Yeah.
And this is like one continuous board here. That's one board there. All of the drawer fronts are all like one continuous drawer. And then I use the walnut for the handles, and as a way to a simple way to keep everything closed.
There's a ton more space.
Yeah.
To store things.
We just use the paracord that just wraps right around and keeps the drawers from flying open when we're on the road.
Yeah. And there's your fridge.
Yep, that's a 65-quart winter brand refrigerator and freezer.
Nice slide out. It's that's the big one that has the freezer separate.
Yep,
and that's
it's
nice.
on the big 500-pound drawer slides, so you can take the weight, and just a couple of simple latches to keep that closed, and then that can actually close up there that way too. So that,
and then that's the living area, and
let me trade you places here.
And another beautiful table here.
Yeah, and that's also reclaimed redwood. This redwood was from an old bookshelf that I came across, so I put walnut around the edges and then used the epoxy on that also to.
And this is how you make it work in a short bus. It's like it is a double duty, so it's a lounge during the day and a bed at night.
Yeah, and this is that lagoon arm, the table arm, so we can easily just take it. Pop that right off.
Yeah, and then it goes into the. Does that also? Is that the bed platform right there?
No, that one we just we usually put up in the front seat, and then I'll show you how this guy slides off. and we usually put those up in the front seat. And what I did was, again, with all the cedar I had, I did the slat system.
Okay, you just pull it out.
But yeah, that also is hinged, so this whole thing can lift right up and access sheets and blankets and things underneath.
There's more storage.
But then, then it also can slide out.
Yeah.
And then right across.
Then it becomes your bed.
Yep. And then 2 of the cushions set right in, and it's a queen size bed.
Wonderful.
So, yeah. So we bought a king size memory foam mattress, and then a $3 electric knife from a thrift store, and just cut everything to size, and then bought the fabric and made the cushions ourselves. Yeah. So that just pops all back together like that, real quick and easy. I put a little USB port back here, so we can charge phones and have a little simple fan. And then there's the cabinetry. Actually, this is a little bit of a nook here. The drawer fronts look like they are the full size here, but they actually are shortened here because I created a nook on the end for the there's a USB and then place to charge the phones and all that. So it's another little spot back down there instead of
power center and this and that. Okay. And there's more artwork.
Oh yes,
Oh yeah, that's the main painting that we kind of built everything around. Actually.
We were not going to get rid of our art. So this is a wedding present for us on our from an artist. His name's Mitchell Johnson. He's from the Bay Area, pretty well known, really great artist.
And he made that for you.
He did.
Wonderful.
And for our wedding.
And this one is actually this little one here.
And then we also have another piece of his that's like an oil sketch that you can see some of his stuff in movies. His paintings, production designers use them a lot. Yeah, and then this.
Oh yeah, we have the
insert.
The piece we cut out.
Yeah.
That sits right in there. We can, for when we're traveling, we can put that on there. We just didn't want to, couldn't throw that away.
I know. I love that. I'm like, the sink's gonna go there. It just for practical purposes.
Oh yeah, and you got the Berkey water filter.
This one is a handy.
Yeah. Cool.
Kind of
so
a cool little.
Built like a pull-out pantry.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Nice. So, are people actually able to contact you and get some of this beautiful woodwork into their rigs? Are you doing this like as a side job?
Yeah. Well, I have a business called Eric and His Tools. It's a very simple thing, but you can reach us through either at Facebook at Vanderboom or Vanderbooming on Instagram, and Vanderboom.com actually is I was able to get that for a website for us, but the website's pretty minimal at this point, but at least the contact information is all there. And but yeah, I'm open to, I'm not necessarily looking to do like full bus builds, but I'm going to focus more on more of the woodworking, fine woodwork and countertops and custom tables, things like that. If people want to really a real highlight to their their bus or their van or whatever they have, this would be a nice way to do it.
Well, thanks again.
Thank you.
See you around.